Today we are going to have a refresher course, and it will be a very quick one because I think I have done this type of videos before. So what we'll discuss about today is the requirements for anyone who wants to join Uber business in Kenya today as a driver, or for example, if you have a car already and you are wondering what are the requirements, what are the paperwork that you need to achieve for your car to be accepted into the Uber and Bolt platform. So that is what we are going to discuss here very quickly. And I always say that when you are getting into the Uber business, you must put your affairs into order. You must separate your requirements in terms of what is required for the driver and what is required for the car. So what we will discuss here to start with are the requirements of the driver. So one thing is that you have to be 21 years old for Bolt, and for Uber you have to be 24 years. And what it costs you to qualify for that, it is free. If you have those ages, then you are free to join these platforms. Point number 2 is about the driving license. You must have your regular driving license, either B1 or B2. And then your driving license has to be 2 years old minimum. So normally when you go into a driving class or a driving school, for you to get that driving license, then normally it will cost you around 60,000. That is including a tuition fee and all the things that you will pay to the government via e-citizen. Point number 3 that you need to know is that apart from having your regular driving license that everybody has, and a regular driving license, I mean a licensed driver of a saloon car on a private basis. So it's not a PSV car. So on top of your regular driving license, you must have your PSV endorsement license. So normally that would be a B3 for the small cars, or D1 if you are going for 14 seaters type of cars. So if you have your regular driving license, then you will be required to go back to school, and then you pay again around 16,000 for the whole process. So I think this was brought back by the government around 2017, so that they can ensure that people going to become private service vehicle drivers have passed the endorsement check by going back to school and passing the second level of qualification. So point number 3 for the driver is that you must get your good conduct from the DCI, and I think you only pay 1,000 Kenya shillings to obtain that. For additional background check, Uber and Bolt nowadays they require that you pay 2,000 Kenya shillings to a private company called Peleza, so that they can do a background check on your criminal history, as well as just double checking on your good conduct and every other document that I have mentioned here. So you will send all these documents to Peleza so that they can verify whether those documents are the authentic original ones. Because nowadays, as you can imagine, people can forge documents very easily and upload them without anyone knowing. So this Peleza background check is just meant to come and make sure that any documents you upload are original. And that is it for the driver. So when we come into the side of the car, so the car is also assessed separately and independently of the driver. So having a car does not mean that a certain driver will qualify automatically, or being a driver does not mean that you will get your car qualified automatically. So a lot of you know that any car that is of year of manufacture 2012 and above is accepted from today. That is the current information I have. That car should be between 600cc and above, so it's not a tuk-tuk. It should be a four-wheeler. Then it should have at least 3 doors, and then that car should generally be in good condition, because you will take pictures of it and then you upload for it to be approved. So for your car to be accepted, one thing you need, the most critical one, is NTSA inspection. So you can book the various NTSA inspection centers. You pay only 1,000 Kenya shillings, and You take your car there, ensure that it is in good condition in terms of paint and exteriors. Ensure that the tires are not worn out. Also make sure that you have the safety kit, like the first aid kit, everything there, the spare wheel and fire extinguishers and everything. So you must have that for it to pass the NTSA inspection. It must again be well labeled as a PSV car, so you must put the sticker on the right hand side door of the car, and then at the front side and the rear side there must have been some writings indicating that it is a PSV car. Number 2 requirement is that you need a PSV insurance, and a lot of people here have really been misled. Your public service insurance can be third party or it can be comprehensive. It does not have to be comprehensive always. I can do a separate video to analyze the pros and cons of putting your car into third party or comprehensive. So I can do a video, as I have mentioned, to analyze the pros and cons of third party or comprehensive, but you have the choice. Comprehensive insurance, normally it will cost you around 40 to 70,000 depending on the valuation of the car, and then the third party insurance will cost you something between 8,000 to 12,000 per year, while the comprehensive, as I have mentioned, is 40,000 to 70,000 per year. So a very big difference that warrants some further a video of itself, so that you can understand which is the best insurance plan for your car. And then, like we have mentioned in the previous slide, for the driver's qualification, you undergo an independent background check. The same thing for the car. Apart from the NTSA inspection, Uber requires that your car get inspected by the Auto Express experts, so that they can prove that whatever has been issued with regard to PSV permits are correct and not forged, and they are authentic. So you will take your car to any Auto Express service station, and then your car will be subjected to another inspection. They will double check with the NTSA inspection that you already have, and then they look at everything else, whether the car is in good condition. They take photos, and then if approved, then you are almost good to go. So you also understand that when you are putting your car into the taxi platform, that car could be yours or it could be belonging to the partner. So what is required is just a logbook of the owner. So you don't have to be the owner, it could be somebody else. So that logbook does not have to be yours. So that is what you need to update. But if, for instance, you have got that car and the payment is not yet complete, meaning that the owner cannot release the logbook to you, you can have a signed sales agreement that you can use in the place of a logbook. So a sales agreement also can play the role of a logbook when you are uploading that document. And then the last requirement of that car is that it should be in good condition. Like I have mentioned, you'll be required to take a picture from the front, from the back, from the right and the left, and then you upload all the 4 photos in the application, so that they can inspect whether actually those cars are in good, whether that car is in good and perfect shape in terms of exteriors. So if you have those things, guys, you are good to go. You are ready to upload the photos into the app, and then you keep going. But my advice that I always tell people is that all these things, you don't need to meet them at the same time, so that you can say that I have all the documents for myself as a driver, I have all the documents for myself for the car itself, so that you can upload. What I tell people is that download those applications. Download Uber Driver, download Litro Cab Driver, download Bolt Driver, and sign up. And then every time you upload a document, you'll get a green tick. Every time you upload a document, it will be indicated approved. One by one, the moment you get a NTSA inspection, upload it. Once you have the photos, upload them. As you wait for the Uber Auto Express inspection, upload the rest of the document, so that by the time you are done with the last document, the next minute you are ready to go online. but don't wait until you have all the documents in bulk and say that I'm ready to upload. No, download all those applications, and then in the meantime you'll also be familiarizing yourself with the functionalities of the application, so that the day you hit the road, then you'll not struggle to understand where do I press to start the trip, where do I press to end the trip, where do I check my account balance. So all those things you'll be able to have early interaction with them if you are able to download the app early in time. So that is my advice for you today. Keep watching our channel, subscribe, and watch these videos. Every time you have questions, you can drop us an email and we'll be happy to respond. Goodbye.